G'day, and thanks for joining me back again. We're going to be changing a 2013 MacBook Pro battery. Sorry, not a battery, the keyboard. So this is the keyboard that we're talking about here, and it just sits in here like so. And what we want to do is we want to secure it in here. And as you can see, there's no screws. So there's no screws in here, so they've got these little plastic rivets, and this is just the way I do it. I'll show you how that is. Okay, so you can use these G-clamps, which are these things here. I use them for all sorts of things. So we clamp down one side. We could probably do a better job of that. Let's start over here. And we just want to work in little sections. And you don't want to squash the screen as well. You want to avoid squashing any screens. Okay, so that's good. So then we get our super glue, and I'll show you what we do. Alright, so we get our super glue, and let's look for one of these points. The one there. We'll just drop a little bit of super glue in there. Just a drop, and that's it. Okay. Just a drop. And then you just work it in there. Just press down. So it takes the glue in. Put another drop there. Another drop there. So you're not even using a drop, you're just putting just a tiny fraction, just ever so lightly, just put a bit of a coating on there, and that's it. So you can just push around in the area that you're trying to stick down, and when you do this, it's getting underneath the connector itself, sorry, the plastic and the frame, and you'll find that this will stick it together quite nicely. And you want to wear gloves so you don't get stuck to this. And that's starting to stick already. So we could probably have a better surface in that. So what we'll do is we'll zoom back out and remove that bottom mat. And we'll try to get a better some better clamping. Okay. Okay, so that is stuck. It's well and truly tacked down there. So all we want to do is just work in small spots, so let's do that. So let's work on this edge here. And just the same thing, we want to work that in there, and you do that just by pressing it down a few times, and that's going to almost sweat the glue onto the other side. And start up on this top side here as well. So let's just get this done. I'll be happy to see this job finished. Now you don't want to squeeze the stuff in there. You just want to get some. You just want to get it. You just want to get a tiny bit of glue in there. Like, we don't want to glue the keys together or anything like that. Just want the keyboard just to stay stuck in its spot, in the place where we tell it to stay. Just let it sit there for a minute. And then all you're doing is you're just pressing down on the area, and it's going to get that stuff, get that glue stuck in there. So at the same time, what I might do is I might start on the center part. Actually, no, that's not going to work. So that's actually stuck. That's stuck there really well. So we can remove this G-clamp, and we'll start on another section. So when we press down on the keyboard, we're looking for areas that pop up. So see how there is actually movement in between there and the plastic rivet. That's where we know where we're going to start working next. Again, we just want to work that glue in there. This is the very next area we're working on. So that's no longer moving anymore, so I suspect that that small area is good. So I can see some movement happening on this screw here. So we'll put some glue down there. It's just a very small amount that we're putting on. We'll work on this area now. It just takes a little bit of patience doing this job, but that's alright, we've got plenty of time. Really doesn't take too long. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start feeding this connector everywhere with glue. Okay, my next job should be here any moment. Okay, we'll just check the work that we've done. So I just push along here to see if there is any high areas or any areas that haven't connected themselves to this board, and it looks good, so I'm happy with that. So that is tacked in there now very nicely. Check our keys. Yep, so we're getting good spring back on those keys. Now the next thing we want to do is put on the rest of the cover. So what we have here is the backlight. So without this, your keys will not light up. So you want to be very careful when putting this back on. Just give it a little bit of a wipe down. Bit of a dust down is all it really needs. Try not to dust it over your key here. Dust it on the floor or something, just to make sure there's no debris. Quick brush in here, and then we can lay our backlight down. That pops in there like so. And that is how you install a keyboard and a backlight. So it's like brand new. It is a pain in the butt to do, but we got it done in the end, and the customer will be very happy with that. Next thing we need to do is add the keyboard, sorry, the battery and the logic board, speakers, and then it will be ready to deliver. A few notes that I should make is that all of this adhesive tape needs to go back on exactly where it belongs. Okay, so there's this tape here that needs to go back over here, and that's exactly what we'll do. But we'll do that in another video. But for now, thanks for watching, and hope you learned something. If you did, then please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Send me a like, and if you would like your board repaired live, then reach out to me, and we'll try to make that happen for you. Thank you.